Hello everyone. We are Kheti Buddy and we strive to protect India's farmer one transaction at a time. First, I would like to introduce you to Sahil Kumar. He is a farmer in the state of Rajasthan. To sell his produce, he first has to rent a vehicle, load his stock, haul it to a marketplace 20-25 kilometers away, and store it in a facility. All of these costs eat up 10% of his income. And after all his hard work, if he doesn't get a suitable price for his produce, he cannot afford to bring back his produce back because that means tripling his expenses. This means he often ends up settling for a low price instead of bringing back his produce. When we explained our idea to Kheti Buddy to him, he said he would be definitely a user because it will make his life easier. Sahil is not alone. There are over 100 million farmers, just like him in India, who struggle to sell their annual produce and have to settle for lower prices. Coming to the problem, there are three main problems we aim to tackle. Firstly, farmers are unable to negotiate their fair prices for their crops with buyers. Secondly, over 16% of food produce is wasted each year in India, where malnutrition and food storage are major concerns, leading to a 14 billion in losses. And finally, farmers are unable to connect directly with long distance farmers. Looking into the solutions. That's where Kheti Buddy comes in. We are a platform which will connect farmers and buyers directly without a middleman. Farmer can list their fair price for their produce and buyer can bid on contract with them. Account will be verified to ensure trust in the transaction. By cutting out middlemen, we can ensure fair prices for farmers and also save money for the buyers. Now, I'll pass it to Arif.
So why is now the best time for this solution? Digital India is a flagship program of the Government of India with a vision to transform India into a digitally empowered society and knowledge economy. Agriculture is the only sector that is not benefited by this initiative yet. While India is self-sufficient in agricultural production, nutrition and hunger are still endemic issues in the country. Farmer suicides and farmer incomes are serious challenges unresolved for decades. There is a huge need for a trusted electronic trading platform for farmers to enter into pre-arranged contracts with private buyers, which enables them to engage in pricing negotiations. The agricultural sector contributes to around 15% of India's GDP. The total available market is equivalent to $276 billion. There are over 112 million farming households in India, and our available serviceable market is $192 million. Our target obtainable market for year one is $1.6 million. By focusing on improving farmers' fair compensation and preventing food waste, our social and sustainable impact focuses on the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals of 1. No poverty, 2. Zero hunger, 8. Decent work and economic growth, 10. Reduced inequalities, 11. Sustainable cities and communities, and 12. Responsible consumption and production. Our target market includes three categories. Firstly, we focus on individual farmers who have a cheap computing device available at home, access to a bank account, and sell perishable food items. Second, we target farmers' unions, cooperatives, and associations who will be producing larger yields of the same produce and who are willing to try selling in a new market because they are facing issues with selling in their local market due to low demand. Thirdly, we target large food corporations such as Reliance Fresh and Adani Group, who will be looking to reduce their costs, have their own storage and distribution facilities, and have a constant demand of food stock. Now I will pass it on to my colleague Kanishk.
Now comes our competitors' strengths and weaknesses. We have identified three major competitors. These include DHAT, Bijak, and ENA. DHAT is a B2B marketplace which focuses primarily on securing agri-input items such as seeds and fertilizers. They have a much larger working capital. Bijak is a B2B marketplace for agricultural goods. The platform enables traders, wholesalers, and food processors by keeping a ledger of their transactions and providing access to transparent pricing. Finally, ENAM is a government-sponsored program which offers minimum support pricing for farmers. Now comes our competitive approach and advantages. We have a threefold competitive strategy. Firstly, we provide a multilingual, interoperable platform which enables farmers and buyers who speak different languages across India to communicate with each other. This means if a farmer speaking Punjabi or Hindi in northern India can now communicate through our platform with a buyer speaking in Tamil in South India. Secondly, we will capture the perishable food vertical first to build trust in the quality of a service over long distances. Finally, we have regional on-ground coordinators who will help farmers set up their own accounts and list their procedure, as well as educating the farmers about the benefits of this online platform. Now, we have divided our revenue into 3 categories. First is the subscription, which is 10 INR per month for farmer profile. Second, in-app website advertisements. And third, which is the 5% commission on crop sales. Now, I would like to pass on to my colleague, Rahul.
So let's talk about the cost structure. Our cost structure consists of 6 heads that are absolutely necessary for carrying out our operations. This includes operation hardware for effective communication, database maintenance and web hosting, engineers for developing websites and mobile apps. Permanent employees also play an important role in handling day-to-day activities, along with advertisement expenses, which are essential for early-stage startups. Besides this, legal compliances is an inevitable cost for every business, for which allocation is duly met. Now comes the financial projections. As you can see from our 4-year financial forecast, we are able to keep our expenses consistently low while raising our revenue year over year. So, our management team includes members with complementary skills such as Ajib Khwaja, who is a design engineer, Kanesh Bansal, who is a statistics student, me, Rahul Chaudhary, who is a finance and accounting student, and finally, Archana Jha, who is a marketing champion. We are also supported by our mentors, Goldie and Roger. Our mission is to be the most trusted and the fair marketplace for farmers and consumers. Join us by becoming buddies with KTBuddy.